Maggie in front.
And Kay's behind.
And today we're finally getting around to doing a video with the expanding dumbbells. Okay, so when you get the set, there's actually, these are all the dies that are in the set. You get a larger one and a smaller one. And then they have matting base circles. You've got little mag pops there for them. You've got stitched edged ones as well. And when you get your circles, one set is about 1/2 mm smaller than the other set. So they're all designed to mat and layer together properly. With our original dumbbell, the small one was like that, and then exactly the same the other side, so you were limited by the length. So with this one,
can you do a bit of white paper?
Yes, that's just what I was. Oh, here we are. You've got something written on the back of it there. So here, you can see this is your dumbbell bit here, but there's no cutting line there, and the same on this one as well.
No,
so
I don't want to squeeze in. No, the other way around. Okay. Okay. Tad towards you. That's not quite. That's it.
So you can cut that bit out, and then you can flip it and cut out another bit, so it's that length, or you can make it a bit longer. And this one actually fits with our faux grain ribbon strip as well, so you can make it even longer if you wanted to. Okay, so the idea for these is you can use them as closures, you can use them as tabs, you can use them as handles. So I'm just going to show you a couple of little ways to use them. The first thing we're going to do is actually use the dumbbell to create a lift up sort of magnetic holder thingy. So this is your page that's going to be in your album. I've actually put it on a flap just because that's what I want to do. So I've got another piece of black card that's going to fit on top there, and I've cut and matted my decorative paper on top. This is actually from Leblanche from ages ago in my paper stash I discovered. Okay. And I've cut it 1/8 of an inch smaller, but I haven't stuck it down, it's just held in place with tape. So what I'm going to do is put my dumbbell down and decide how far down I want the actual flap to hold things when it lifts up, if that makes sense. I'm going to put that on there, and then I'm just going to tape it in place. And I'm just going to flip this over because you've got your lines there, so that's quite a good way.
I'm doing to zoom in on that.
That's quite a good way to see if you've
I can't see. No, you have to go back towards you.
If you've got it straight.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah? Can you see? So the lines are straight.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. So I'm going to die cut this next. But when I'm die cutting this, I don't want to cut. I don't want to cut all the way to the end. I just want to cut down to about there. Even though there's no cutting line there, it would be too long for me. So I'm going to put my cutting plate, turn it round when it's going through the machine. I'm going to put my cutting plate so it finishes there.
Right, so if I just zoom on that bit. There we go.
Okay, right, and then I'm just going to go take that off there. So there's my page gone. So that's going to fit on my page like this, and then I've got a flap that actually lifts up like that.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do next, before I stick this on, is I'm going to put a magnet just in here. So I shall take.
So you could use a mag pop if you wanted to.
You can use a mag pop. I just didn't have any cuts. I'm just going to use some of our sticky paws tape. That's a bit big, but we'll just trim it down. Okay, and then we'll take a magnet. So I'm popping the magnet on the black card onto there.
Okay, it's at the top of the screen a bit. It's not quite central, but that's fine.
That way?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's a bit better.
Okay, right. So I'm just going to trim that bit off there so it's not sticking over. I thought that was thick. You didn't say anything, did you, Kay?
Well, you've got 2 magnets now.
Yeah.
Double stick. I didn't notice.
I thought, oh, that's a bit fat. Right, that's better. Okay, so that one fits.
It's been one of our diets, isn't it?
Yes. We're saying nothing. Okay, I'll just trim that off a bit more. Okay, so that's that one there to move that out of the way. So I'm going to stick that one onto there. Using our bookbinding glue. That's just going to stick on there like that. But you've got, it's hard to see, but you've got a nice little grain effect.
I can see it here. I'm not quite sure if the camera can pick it
thing.
up. I'm not quite sure if the camera can pick it up.
So, okay, so that, now that I'm happy with that stuck on there.
Yeah, do you want to see if I can see it in front of the camera? I'm not quite sure if that's picking
I'll have
it
a cup of tea while we're doing that.
Okay, there we go. I think that, yeah, I think they can pick it up now.
It's very subtle because it's on the pattern thing. So now I've got that all stuck and lined up, I'm just going to stick the rest of this page down. And at the moment I'm using Artist low tack tape, but we are looking for our own special tape, aren't we?
Yeah, we're always looking for special tape.
Never have enough special tape.
Special glue, special tape.
So I'm just
The never-ending search.
Yes. Oops, that's very crooked, isn't it? I didn't stick that well. So I'll put that on there. Kay's been watching me with hawk eyes this morning. Okay. Right. So that's on there like that. Okay. So then we need something to go under here because that's a bit boring just looking at it like that. Okay. So I'm going to take my dumbbell again and I'm going to cut a bit the same size, and I'm going to cut that's going to fit on there, but I want 2 pieces, so I'm going to cut it. Is that going to be long enough? Let's just see. Yes it is, so I'm just going to fold that in half. Okay, so I've got the 2 green sides there, and then I'm going to put this onto here like that. So I'm do it this way, it's easier, so you're getting a nice edge. Okay, so the green side is what I want. Green side, both green sides facing up.
So a bit of tape to secure them together.
Yeah, a bit of tape to hold them together, and then I'm going to pop that.
And a bit of tape to hold that together. There's a bit of tape here.
Thank you, Kay. Okay, just pop that on there, and then I'm just going to whiz this through the die cutting machine. Right, let's just hope.
Right, so they're now being cut out?
Yeah, they've now been cut out. So then the idea is you're going to fit that one in there, underneath there, but you're going to put a magnet under there first. So, to be nice and accurate, take your pencil. I don't believe it. Oh, it's here. It's all right. We could never find pencils and pens, so we've just ordered a huge box of pens and pencils.
We still can't
find them. Okay, so I'm just going to put that there roughly for me. Right, then I'm going to put my next magnet in. So, sticky side up. This is where the magnet is already on here. Sticky side up, take your magnet, let it drop on. If you want it a bit more in the middle, just move your tape a bit. Okay, that's it. And then we're going to pop that on there and stick that down. And I might not have had quite enough tape. That's it. Sticking all over the place now. Right, okay, so is that going to stick on there? Yep. Okay, so pop that on there. And what I would do is actually put another bit of tape.
Okay, can you come towards me a tad?
Yes.
That's lovely, thank you.
We're out of practice, Kay, aren't we?
I'm
just going to pop that on there just for a bit of extra. Of course, you would use a mag pop ideally, because they do stick much better. Actually, leave that on there, just check it. Yeah, that works beautifully. Okay, so then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to, if you wanted to, you could run around the edge with black marker pen, so you've got a really nice defined border, because this is exactly the same size, but I just wanted a bit of, just so it's a different colour, you're not just seeing black. Pop that on there, turn this one over, you can put one on this side. Actually, I might have that side showing. Oh, I won't have that side. So again, you don't have to do this, but I just like to do it. I think it just finishes it off really. Pop that one on there. Make sure you haven't stuck the thing in the wrong place. So make sure that that's going to lift up nice and easily, because if you've stuck your backing paper on and you haven't stuck it exactly straight, it's going to hinder the opening. That's better. Opening of the dumbbell. Pop that there. It's folded like that. Okay, and then you can pop this page onto there. Like that. And then the idea is that you've actually got, let's just pinch this one out of here. I've got something that will hold a tab in place.
So
like
it's
that.
invisible. So you've taken it out.
Yeah, so it's invisible. That's the whole point. I really like doing it so you can't actually see many things.
Right.
Okay, so there's that one. Now this is a flap, so then you're thinking, well, I want something to open up. What can I use for that? So you can use your smaller dumbbell. So again, we'll take a piece of black card. Actually, what we'll do is we'll flip it. Okay, so I'm going to cut one piece, this one.
Right, so what we're doing now? We're doing...
Now we're going to flip it.
Okay.
Okay.
So you got a piece of longer, some black card.
Long black card, so I've got an end there. Okay. So pop that there. Right, going through the die cutting machine again.
Okay, I'll that faffing around, I'll cut that out as well.
That's fine. You're very impatient today. Right, okay, so this one's cut out.
Okay, so we're back together. Back after the machine's been out. So
Yeah, it's been through the machine. Okay. So you can see that's like that. So now I want to make it a bit longer. So this is why they're called expanding. So you can, and you'll feel that that sort of locks.
Yeah, you have to feel it.
You have to feel it, but it locks into place. And I would always give yourself a little bit more.
And I tend to do mine flat on the.
Yes,
it's easier to do it flat. If I just zoom in, I'll zoom in a tad. Get the right way around.
Just zoom.
That's it. So that's locked in now.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, we'll soon find out if it isn't.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So that's swished through. So let's see. Hopefully, the big reveal. Take this off here. Take that off there. And
yay.
There we are.
Okay, if you put it towards you, you can see it. That's brilliant. Okay.
So you can actually, you can make this a bit smaller. You could cut these in archi tape. You can use them as a closure like that. You can use them as a handle, because don't forget you've got the thicker one as well. But this one I'm going to just use, like I did in the, what do you call it, Halloween one. I'm going to make it as a little tab opener. So I'm just going to stick that bit there. That bit there, stick them together. Okay, again, if you wanted to at this point you could put a magnet in to make a different sort of closure. You could do little swivelly ones, all sorts of things.
You could have it just as a little loop.
Yes, like Heather does for the little tag loop on the back of the back of spines. Okay, so that's that there. So this is my flap here. I'm just going to turn it up that way. So I'm going to have my, now because this is quite a thick large circle and that's quite a small strip, I wouldn't go too far out because it can be quite a lot of weight when you've got a magnet there, quite a lot of weight on that little bit. So I'll just go into about there, and I'll probably actually snip this bit off. That's just really to show it's easier to do it, cut it all in one and flip it, than cut two bits and try and line them up, because I don't know, it just works better this way. So pop that on there. Okay, and then you would put let's see, put another magnet. We'll just pop a magnet here. This is just really to show you how the flap works, and then we'll pop another magnet here. And make sure your tab is actually in the middle of your, unless you're graduating them. So let's pop that one down there. Okay, and then what you can do then is take your Mud Pot selection and you can pick these decorative circles here, and then we're just going to run through again, Kay.
Okay, because you're running it through the machine, so
I'm running it through the machine.
Yeah. Oh, is it hot in here? Oh, that's because we've got the door open.
Hot.
We've got the door
We've got
closed.
the door closed. Yeah. Okay, so
Okay, so they're now...
Right, so I've cut the little bits out.
Okay, cut those out.
So,
and you've got the centre of the roses on there,
the centre of the roses.
Okay, so if I zoom in a bit, you can see this is a bit better.
So that's why a lot of our matting circles and things and squares have holes in, so that you
can't see that. That's it. That's
so you can pick the elements, because it's all part of finishing off. And
yeah, if you've got it solid, you can't see through it, can you?
So then take this.
So I'll be pedantic. I am being pedantic. But would you take the glue off that before you stick it down or not?
You could do, but I would probably do it afterwards, because there'll be glue that squishes out.
Okay, can you take it towards you a tad, then we can see a little bit better. Okay. That's it, perfect.
So, yeah, you can see there's glue on there, so let that dry.
Yeah, that's okay. I was just being pedantic.
No, because what I do is I let the glue dry.
And then go around to the album afterwards and just take off all the bits.
Well, I'd glossy accent this, but before you glossy accent it, take the excess glue off, and the way to do that is use our glue rubber.
But you need to make sure it's dry first.
But make sure it's dry. And the glue rubber will take glue off your architape as well, but you really need to wait for it to dry first. Okay, so that's it, and then I'd glossy accent that. So that's another way you can do it. You can stick a bit of architape to itself and then cut through and create a double one again for a really strong handle.
That's really good. Yeah, that makes a really strong handle. That does. Yeah.
So that's your expanding dumbbells.
Okay.